Greetings once again, YouTube. This is another episode of TEW 2016 WWE Brand Split Red versus Blue. We are live with Smackdown, Week 2 of July 2016. We are live at the Staples Center for Smackdown. It's being held in front of 13,296 people. In a pre-show match, Becky Lynch defeated Dana Brooke by submission in 5:31 with the Disarm Her. It got a 45 rating. Becky Lynch had an in-ring performance of 52. Dana Brooke had a performance of 28. And Becky Lynch is improving in performance skills. On to the main show. The opening segment is a match between Mark Henry and Kevin Owens, which in a decent match, Kevin Owens defeated Mark Henry in 1654 by pinfall with a 6-star frog splash. Or as you may also want to call it, the Five Guys frog splash, but I digress. Mark Henry and Kevin Owens don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. Mark Henry had an in-ring performance of 46. Kevin Owens had an in-ring performance of 66. The match got a 64 C rating. No worker improvements. Yes, I know. Thanks, Finley. Next, we got a backstage segment with John Cena trying to find AJ Styles and try to talk to him about the incident with the club on Monday, where the club tried to stir the pot a little bit by saying that AJ is back riding with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, which, kind of foreshadowed an AJ Styles heel turn. But Cena, being the good guy that he is, took AJ's denial at face value and wanted to, talk to him man to man about it. And he went to AJ's locker room and found him, laughing and yucking it up with Gallows and Anderson, which adds a little more drama with the storyline. Is AJ with the club, or is he just having a friendly conversation with them? What's going on? That segment got a 61 C rating, no worker improvements. The next match, in a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, the club defeated the Lucha Dragons in 9:45 when Carl Anderson defeated Sin Cara by pinfall with a magic killer. The match got a 56 C- rating. Sin Cara had a in-ring performance of 53, Kalisto 53, Luke Gallows 50, and Carl Anderson 54. No worker improvements. Next segment, a promo with the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt is hyping the tag title match tonight between the New Day and Eric Rowan and Luke Harper of the Wyatts. Basically talking about, the New Day's power of positivity and, Bray being all creepy saying, all he does is, provide truth, and within the truth comes darkness, and the darkness will consume the New Day later tonight as the tag titles will return to the Wyatt family. Run. C+ rating for a 70 rating. No worker improvements. And the next bout, in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Sami Zayn defeated Baron Corbin in 11:21 when Baron Corbin was disqualified when Kevin Owens ran in and attacked Sami Zayn. The match got a 59 C rating. Baron Corbin had an in-ring performance of 38. Sami Zayn had an in-ring performance of 64. No worker improvements. After the match, Kevin Owens continued to beat up on Sami Zayn, delivering a pop-up powerbomb on Zayn, leaving him down and out. The segment got a 72 B- rating, no worker improvements. In a decent match, the New Day defeated Rowan and Harper in 12:46 when Big E defeated Eric Rowan by pinfall with a midnight hour. The New Day make defense number 2 of their WWE Tag Team titles. Rowan was weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. Rowan had an in-ring performance of 45, Harper 62, Big E 69, and Kofi 72. Kofi Kingston is improving in Rumble skills. Not a bad match, all things considering. In a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Sasha Banks defeated Alicia Fox in 6:14 by submission with a Banks statement. The match got a 51D+ rating. Alicia had an in-ring performance of 29. Sasha Banks had an in-ring performance of 58. No worker improvements. The next segment was a backstage segment with Stephanie McMahon informing Charlotte that come Battleground, she will be defending the women's title in a fatal 4-way against Natalya, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. The rating was a 64C, no worker improvements. Not a bad rating. In a decent bout, Dolph Ziggler defeated Tyler Breeze in 11:22 by pinfall with a zigzag. The match got a 64C rating. Tyler Breeze had an in-ring performance of 50. Ziggler had an in-ring performance of 68. And Breezy is improving in technical skills. After the match, The Miz came in and attacked Ziggler, laying him out with a skull-crushing finale. That segment had a 73B-. No worker improvements. And in the main event, in a good match, Rusev and Seth Rollins defeated Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns in 17:59 when Seth Rollins defeated Dean Ambrose by pinfall with a pedigree. The match got a 73B-, so not a bad match at all. The way I see the finish happening is, kind of a free-for-all, all 4 men in the ring. Roman Reigns went to nail Seth Rollins with the Superman punch, but Seth ducked, and then Roman accidentally hit Dean with the Superman punch. Rusev nails Roman with the Machka kick. Roman, exits the ring after that. And then that allows Seth to nail the pedigree on Ambrose and score the pinfall victory. Seth Rollins had an in-ring performance of 74. Rusev has an in-ring performance of 69. Roman Reigns had an in-ring performance of 77. And Dean Ambrose had an in-ring performance of 80. Seth Rollins is improving in Rumble skills, Dean Ambrose in technical, and Roman Reigns in Rumble. The show ends with Rusev and Rollins celebrating the victory, which got an 81B rating. No worker improvements. And then in a post-show match, AJ Styles won a Battle Royal in 18:21. The final 4 were AJ, Bray Wyatt, The Miz, and Cesaro, with Bray Wyatt being the final elimination, and Braun Strowman getting the most eliminations over the course of the match. And we have a few improvements there. Basically, what I like to do is, post-match, almost every taping there is some kind of a post-show dark match. And I know it's usually, one of the top guys against another top guy, but I like to do battle royals because that gets most of the people that were on the main show on the, active and on the card, so they want to complain. I know it's kind of cheating the system, but there is a dark match at the end of the shows, so I want to use it to my advantage. Alright, the show gave us a 71C+, and it lost its popularity in 45 regions, which once again kind of disappointing, but you can go up, which is what I'm hoping to do as this series rolls along. I know this is kind of stagnant right now until we get to the actual draft in about a week and a half in-game time. there's kind of a holding pattern. I'm just kind of building up matches for Battleground, which takes place a week from Sunday in game time, and then after that, that's when we can really get the ball rolling with this series and try to, build upon the storylines that I have set in my mind from here on out. So that will do with another episode. Hopefully tomorrow I will have the next episode of Raw up for week 3, which is the last Raw episode before Battleground, and the last, no, Battleground is week 4 on Sunday, so that's actually 2 weeks from Sunday in game time. So there's 2 more episodes of Raw, because this next Raw will be announcing the general managers of Raw and Smackdown. And then the week after that is when the draft will take place. So, the next 2 weeks will be really important to shape the landscape of the series going forward. So, if you liked the episode, of course, hit the like button. If you got any comments about the series, I'm trying to work out a lot of the kinks on the series, so bear with me. But if you're listening, I do appreciate you listening, and until next time, take care.